Shining my head, eh? Good morning. Good morning to the live feed where I should consider shining my head. What would I shine it with?
No, it's just a little
oil.
It's a little bit dry.
I just got out of the shower. You know what I do? I just spit on my hand and then wipe it off.
That's disgusting.
No, it's really good for dry skin.
No.
I forgot we're live. Oh, yeah. Have you ever overeaten anything and could never even think about it again in your lifetime? Is there that one thing that you'd be like, yep, never could touch that again?
No. I have like an aversion to pancake houses because of like moldy syrup.
But not maple syrup.
But
just cautious.
Yeah. So like I'll eat syrup from my own house and other people's houses.
Long?
But if I go to a restaurant that has syrup on the tables, yeah.
How long would maple syrup have to be on a table for it to go bad? I'm just going to say it's not real maple syrup.
Real maple syrup doesn't have to go in the fridge.
Yeah,
it would never go bad.
It will crystallize.
Yeah.
We have a neighbor up at my uncle's cottage.
No. Fake maple syrup does not have to go in the fridge. Real maple syrup has to go in the fridge.
Real maple syrup.
Fake maple syrup does not go moldy. Real maple syrup will go moldy.
Why would real maple syrup go moldy?
It'll go moldy.
No. Yes. It's all sugar.
It'll go moldy.
It doesn't go in the fridge in the tree. Like it's in a tree. It starts in the tree outside of the fridge. It doesn't go in a fridge.
Okay. I'm just telling you.
No, I don't.
Real
I
maple
think
syrup
fake
has
maple
to go
syrup
in the
will go bad and real maple syrup. No, I think if we weren't live right now, I would look it up. But I believe that real maple syrup, it doesn't need a fridge. It's in a tree. Like, why would it need a fridge?
You're not using
my uncle's maple syrup guy, like right next to my uncle's maple syrup. The guy owns a maple syrup farm, and this is the pinnacle of maple syruping. Because
you get it right out of the tree, so it doesn't have to go in the fridge.
You get it right out of the tree. Now that I'm thinking about it, that doesn't make sense. Because, like, if I had meat, that I would put it in the fridge, but the meat didn't start in the fridge.
Right, they graze in a field.
Yeah. Okay. Sometimes I think I'm super smart, and then sometimes I'm like, there's holes in a lot of things I say. But my uncle's maple syrup, it will crystallize into the most amazing experiment of science. Like it crystallizes in the bottle. Oh, that's some great maple syrup.
What's the date today?
Oh.
Do you even know? I don't even know.
It is the 19th.
No. That's Sunday.
Oh, no.
So today's the 17th. 17th.
Oh.
17th.
We're going to read this one.
Okay.
Well, welcome everybody. This is our live stream where we argue about food and other topics. There is one food that I can't stand. No, that I've grown to like recently. Not recently, in the last whatever. I grew up a little bit. Coconut. Because I overate coconut cream pie when I was little and I puked all night and it was horrible. And even when you would wear that Tropics suntan lotion or whatever, or you had a hair stuff that smelled like coconut. And then another tequila was.
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
Is this a battery issue?
I think it's a battery issue. It could be a battery issue.
So today we're going to read the 19th or the 20th? What's happening?
I don't know.
I feel like. Do you think we're still live?
Yeah.
Okay. Not that it matters. We don't ever have any live viewers anyway. So the people listening on the podcast are like, what is happening? Sorry. We just record a live stream and then we post it up on a podcast channel because we have some friends that like to listen in their car. So thanks for joining us. In one moment, John will finish changing the battery and we will resume our reading.
It's growing more of a challenge.
Not changing anything. And today we are going to talk about getting better or just feeling better.
I heard a click. There we go. We're back. Did it work?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
Talk about amateur hour. Oh, where were we?
Remember that time you almost fought me because I said that this was an amateur podcast?
I almost fought you. I've never almost fought you.
You did. It's recorded live.
That's true. Okay, let's get into our reading after that amateur mistake. You got to look at your batteries. That's one thing before you do anything, is look at your battery. And that's a good life lesson. When you're leaving the house, is your battery recharged, or are you just leaving half empty all the time? Shutting everybody off, canceling the shows, whatever it is.
All right.
Is your battery full today?
Mm-hmm.
How do you get your battery full?
I go to bed on time.
I thought you were going to say my rhetoric of my battery starts the night before.
That's not how you word it. And I couldn't come up with that.
All right, here we go. Welcome once again. Now that we have a new battery, it is our contemplative meditation where we are going to take this idea throughout the day and meditate it throughout the day. And there's different meditations. I know that
we're going to give you something to think about.
Yeah, that's it. There are a lot of times where my mind just races, but if I take a concept of recovery, so one of the concepts of recovery that I've been trying to unpack is the difference between the great fact and the central fact. If you have any insight on that, I would love to hear about it. I've been asking people about that. All right.
Which is a line from the Big Book of
Alcoholics Anonymous. Here we go. There are how many hours in each week?
168.
Stop it. How do you know? That's really
Doesn't
good.
Everybody know that?
Really? Wow, you're good.
I'm just kidding. I saw the page.
Okay. There are 168 hours in each week. Those who come to a 12-step program for help or into recovery have many of those hours filled with disturbing and even painful experiences, uncertainty, unfulfilled needs, and even violence. There are ways to overcome much of this distress, and recovery offers us one way. Isn't it worth one little hour out of 168 to come to a 12-step meeting? Isn't it worth 10 minutes a day for reading a morning recovery book and that tells us what we can do to help ourselves, and perhaps half an hour to give a lift to another person in trouble? Question mark. Today's reminder: it takes so little time out of the week to learn how the 12 steps applies to me and my chaotic life that the changes I can bring about seem like miracles. Living the Al-Anon or the 12-step way in an everyday program, and the more thought I give to it, the greater the rewards will be in contentment, fulfillment, and constant spiritual growth. Here is our quote of the day. Every minute I use thinking and using the 12-step program makes all the hours of my life more livable. Carry on. Thoughts, comments?
Yeah. I like how it just makes it more livable. At the beginning, when someone starts going to a 12-step group, typically their life is not very livable. It's pretty unbearable. And yet, it's a struggle to fit in anything good, right? And so I might not at the beginning realize how good it is for me, like that I'm actually doing something good for myself. But when this concept of like self-care has been taken to mean spa days and, a long bubble bath. And like, there's just so much good that I can do for myself that actually can really have a deep impact in my life. And engaging in opportunities to learn and grow is a big part of that.
Mm-hmm. I see that this is a progressional reading where it's like we come in to feel better, but the whole point isn't to feel better, it's to get better. And I think a byproduct of getting better is feeling better in a roundabout way. But I've seen people go to 90 meetings in 90 days. I've seen people go to 110 meetings in 90 days and they still drank after that. And I've seen people like meet with their sponsors, and I've seen people do some step work, and I've seen people like working with other people and they still use. And so the reality is all of the things that make me feel better doesn't necessarily get me better if I'm just doing the things. and filling up my weekly calendar of like, here's this hour, here's this hour. I think the reality is all of those are great, but if they don't lead me into the relationship with God that's going to solve all my problems, I can easily turn to my sponsor, to the meetings, to step work to be my solution, but that's not the solution. So we don't worship the book, we don't worship the people around us. The book and the program of action takes us to the one that we worship. And so as a sponsor's job, our job is to take the hand of another person and place it into the hand of God. And so that's about getting better. And I think there's a byproduct of feeling better, but the storm's always going to be around. And the chaos and the people that are going to lose their lives and the situations that you're in doesn't necessarily get better, but you're going to get better inside to be able to deal with all that. So the meditation today is, am I just trying to feel better or am I actually trying to get better?
It's good.
All right. Thank you. Sorry for the battery problem. We will see you on Monday. It is like, are we taking next week off? What are we doing?
You told me no.
No, we will not. Oh, that could change like next hour. Who knows? We will see you later. We will reach out if you need help and keep the peace. Be of good behavior. Have a great weekend.